Hey guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to read you a fun read aloud of the story That's What Leprechauns Do. The story That's What Leprechauns Do was written in 2005 by Eve Bunting and is illustrated by Emily Arnold McCully. And it's a fun story about three little leprechauns and the things that leprechauns do. If you're ready to hear the story, I'm ready to share it with you. Here we go. That's what leprechauns do. And you can see from the very start on the title page that leprechauns are very silly. Maybe that's what leprechauns do. Look at this beautiful scenery with a rainbow and very green grass. The three leprechauns sat under the chestnut tree. Ari looked up at the cloud-filled sky. "It's coming," he said, "and there's work to be done." I wonder what kind of work that is. But you can see they're just relaxing, taking a little snoozeroos. They can see that rain is coming. Boo and Col put on their red shoes and their caps and strapped their packs to their backs. "We're ready," Boo said. "But why is it always us that has to put the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?" "Yeah, especially since it's not a single soul ever finds it," Col added. Ari looked from one of them to the other. "Don't be asking," he said. "It's a leprechaun's duty." "So it is. And fellas, remember, it's coming, so there'll be no time for mischief along the way." So the other two leprechauns are saying, "Why do we have to keep burying the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? No one ever finds it." And Ari says, "We do it because that's our job. But no mischief because that rain is coming." They walked in line, the one in front of the other one behind. no mischief along the way," they chanted. So as they're walking, they're trying to remind themselves, don't get into trouble, don't get into trouble. But when they got to Ballybunion Farm, they saw Miss Ballybunion's cow Pansy standing in the field. Ari whipped out the little bottle of red paint he kept in his backpack for leprechaun business. He ran across to Pansy. "Stand still, my lovely," he told her, and he painted her hooves scarlet. So it looks like Pansy is getting a pedicure from the leprechaun that tried to say no mischief. I'll give you a close-up of her cute little hooves. Pansy looked down. "Pretty," she said. "Imagine Miss Ballybunion's face when she comes to milk you," Ari shouted. He and Boo and Col rolled over and over in the grass, laughing. "Oh, she'll think I've been to a dance." Pansy did a couple of small hops and steps to demonstrate. The leprechauns clapped and whistled. "Oh, we'd be delighted to join you in a waltz or two," Ari exclaimed, "but we're in a desperate hurry." "I thought there was to be no mischief along the way," Boo reminded him. So they all had a great time laughing, and even Pansy thought it was very funny, and she can't wait to see her owner's face when she comes to milk her. But no more mischief. "Oh, sure, but I couldn't help myself. Mischief's what leprechauns do," Ari said, along with more important duties. He glanced up at the tatters of clouds in the sky. "And we'd better not delay, for we've delayed enough already." But as they were passing old Jamie Bradley's house, they saw Jamie's gray woolen long johns spread out to dry on his hawthorn hedge. So they're off to do what leprechauns do. No more mischief. But then they got to Jamie Bradley's house, and he had his laundry out to dry on his hedges. Surely there's not going to be any mischief with those. I could be wrong. The leprechauns looked at each other and grinned. Quick as a cat pounce, they ran across to the hedge and stood one on top of the other and the other on top of him. Ari reached up and tied the two long john legs together in a tight knot. They almost fell off of each other, they laughed so hard. It'd be great all together to stay and watch old Jamie try putting his legs into those, Boo said. But it'll have to be a month of Sundays before they're dry. We've no time to waste. So they tied his legs in a knot, so when he tries to put them in, there's no place for his legs to go. And they said they'd really like to stay around and see what the look on Mr. Jamie's face looks like. But the rain, it's coming. They got stuff to do. But so no more mischief. No more mischief now. They took a few minutes to somersault across Liam McGabe's garden. There was a yellow tennis ball in the middle of the road, and they rolled it along with them as they went. Miss Maud Murphy's hen, Bertie, clucked at them from behind her gate. Bertie, Ari said, would you be doing us a favor? Could we trundle this ball up to your nest and could you sit on it for us? It'll be a great joke on Miss Maud Murphy when she comes out to gather your eggs. So they found this ball. They were just going to play with it, but now that they have Bertie, they have a new idea. They want her to sit on it. You think Bertie will do it? She might be a good joker. Bertie put her head to one side. It's not going to be easy sitting on that. But the three of you are so good to me, scaring away that fox from my hen house last night. I'll do it. Cole stretched up and patted her wing. Thank you, Bertie. They squeezed themselves through the gate and tumbled the ball with them. Then they heaved it up into Bertie's nest, and she gave it a trial sit on it. So apparently the leprechauns scared away a fox. So Bertie says, yeah, I'll do it. So they work really hard to get that ball up and onto the other side of the fence. And Bertie sits on it, gives it a tryout. I'll be sore underneath myself for a week, she grumbled, but the thought of Miss Maud Murphy's face when she sees that I've laid a yellow ball, it'll make it worth it. Won't that beat all? Cole gasped. The three of you can't help making mischief, can you? Bertie asked. That's what leprechauns do, Ari told her. Along with more important duties. He stopped. Is that a spitting of wet I feel? 'Tis. Boo looked up at the sky where the sun was flickering through the heavy clouds. A thin, cool rain had started to fall. Hurry, hurry! Ari ordered. It's come, we can't be late. They pulled their green slickers from their backpacks and settled their caps low to their ears. So the rain's coming and they're messing around with Bertie. So they're putting on their raincoats and they're going to hurry. No more mischief. The rain's already started. Anybody seeing them racing along the road would have taken them for 3 green leaves. But they were leprechauns, and they had work to do. Get them out, boyos! Get them ready, Ari said. They took their little spades from their backpacks. Then they stopped for a minute to look up at the rainbow. Blue and green and yellow and pink that was arched across half the sky. There it is, Ari said with satisfaction. Come on! So they already had to get out there. They said that they looked like little leaves running across the road. But they have to hurry, and they have already got their shovels out of their backpacks. They dashed across Paddywhacker's bog, found the place there where they kept the pot of gold buried for just such a rainbow occasion, and dug it up. Ari stood in the middle of the bog. "Here," he said. The three of them placed the pot of glittering gold in just the right spot and watched the rainbow curve itself all the way down till it ended up in the top of the pot. So they had to dig up their gold and get it to the end of the rainbow before the rainbow could even get to the ground. The leprechauns settled themselves to wait. They tootled some grass stalk music, threw raindrops at each other, and ate the rose hips they'd brought for snacks. They waited long, but nobody came. Once again, nobody came. "You'd think somebody'd find it," Col complained. "Somebody will, someday," Ari said. "Maybe we should put up a sign," Boo suggested. "Pot of gold, this way." No, Ari said. "That's not how it's done. There's a bit of magic to the finding and a bit of luck and a bit of imagination too. That gold's waiting for just the right person." So they hung out until the rainbow left, and once again they complained nobody came to get their gold. And so they started thinking, maybe we should just tell them where it is. But Ari says, no, there's partly magic to it, and just the right person will have that magic. The rain had stopped. The sun went behind a cloud. The rainbow shortened itself and then disappeared. "No use waiting any longer." Col took off his cap and wrung the wet out of it. "If we hurry, we could be there in time to see Miss Maud Murphy discover Birdie's big yellow egg," he said. Boo laughed. "Won't that be a great thing to see?" "All right then," Ari said. "We'll put a rush on this." They buried the pot of gold again in its usual place. Ari patted the smoothed down bog dirt. "Don't worry, Pot," he whispered. "We'll be back to get you the next rainbow day. Now we're off again to see what new mischief we can find. For besides our important duties, that's what leprechauns do." So they decided to bury the gold as fast as they can so they can get back and see Miss Maud Murphy's face when she finds Birdie's big yellow tennis ball. So you can see, this is the last page. There's Miss Maud Murphy. She's not very happy about her egg. And those leprechauns are all having a really good laugh about it. And the animals don't seem to mind. I think the kid is interested in what's happening. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really enjoyed the story of That's What Leprechauns Do. I like to imagine finding my own little ball in a bird's nest someday. I think that's pretty funny. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, click that subscribe button down there at the bottom of the page. And don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I hope to see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.